Oh boy, another boatload of new releases that are soon to launch if they haven't already launched. I'm going to talk to you about them and also a little bit more on my JUSBOX collaboration, 54. If you're interested in discovering these fragrances, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Sebastian. We're talking about new fragrance launches. So I'm hoping by the time this video airs that the JUSBOX 54 fragrance that I collaborated with is finally selling at Harrods. There has been some delays. I'm not sure what's causing it, but the dates have been completely wrong and off. So that's why I kind of thought, since there's no definite date of launch here in the States yet, they didn't have a definite date of launch at Harrods, which is going to be an exclusive for a month. So I'm going to be at Harrods on the 29th. There will be 2 sessions of events there, one from 3 to 4, which we have still space left. I have it linked in the info box if you want to come and meet me, Julien Rascanet, who the perfumer is, who I collaborated with, and of course the founders of JUSBOX. This is 54. I did a video on the reveal. I want to tell you a little bit more about it. And again, I'm hoping that it's finally selling on Harrods' website by the time this video releases. And I plan on doing one big overview video on the fragrance, my collaboration, how it all came about and things like that. And a lot more reveal of photos and press information and things like that. So the embargo was still up, so I'm still waiting for when it officially launches, because the date was 18th. Beauty Coming Week date was 12th. It was not on the Beauty Coming Week section until the 15th. And so I don't know what's going on, but I think maybe people are on vacation. Is that what's going on? But really, honestly, I think JUSBOX is getting the info from their distributor in the UK, who's coordinating with Harrods, so probably they're not getting the correct information. But either way, JUSBOX 54 does feature patchouli, vanilla, rum, pina colada, cinnamon bark, tobacco, sandalwood, chocolate accord, davana, saffron, cardamom, and nagarmotha. Really delicious fragrance. It's a woody gourmand, I would say, more focusing on the patchouli, and then of course the sandalwood. Those are the woods. And of course we've got cinnamon, so it's warm, spicy. It's creamy, there's chocolate here, and the pina colada with the coconut is giving us a creamy effect. And of course, really delicious offering. So I'll tell you more about this. And again, hopefully by the time this video airs, it's selling. But the next fragrance I'm going to talk to you about is AESOP's VIRERE. So there's a new fragrance from AESOP launching called VIRERE, created by the same perfumer, Barnaby Filian. This is Cedar, Hay, Mate, Green Tea, Mastic, Pink Pepper, Bergamot, Galbanum, Petitgrain. Are you a fan of this house? Are you a fan of their skincare? They have some really amazing skincare. I feel like the fragrances are a bit overpriced though, but I still really like the fragrances. Let me know if you're a fan of them. Put a comment down below so I can find out. And if you own any, let me know what you think about them. So the next fragrance, and the 2 fragrances, are the new Creed fragrances. So I got to sample these before they were put out at Neiman Marcus. First of which is Centaurus. I liked both of them, by the way. Centaurus has a bit of a sharpness about it that's a bit off-putting, but I still really liked it. It's cinnamon, sandalwood, benzoin, tobacco, cardamom, vanilla, tonka, heliotrope, and a lot of other notes. I think they really knocked it out of the park with these 2 fragrances. But once again, Creed's fragrances are overpriced, really expensive. Are you a fan of their fragrances? Will you be buying Centaurus? Let me know, put a comment down below. And then the second fragrance is DELPHINUS. Delphinus. This was my favorite. I like that warmth. It was very ambery. It didn't have the sharpness of Centaurus. This is vanilla, incense, orris, leather, almonds, heliotrope, orchid, amberwood, tonka, patchouli, and a bunch of other notes. This wore really great on me. Really loved its coziness. It's soft, ambery, vanillic, powdery, really delicious. But sadly, Centaurus outperformed DELPHINUS. But as a scent, I prefer DELPHINUS over Centaurus. But that's my opinion. Well, let me know if you've gotten your nose on these. What do you think of the price point? Over $500 for 100 ml. And will you be picking them up? So DRIES Van Noten is launching 4 new fragrances in their upper end collection. I guess it's basically the only fragrances they have. They have 2 colognes, or maybe they have 3 now. They have 2 colognes or 3 colognes in the 200 ml bottles, and these are the luxury collection of this house. There's 4 new launching, one of them with Julien Rascanet, by the way. I'll get to that in a bit. First one is Bitter Splash, created by Suzy Laheli. Cedar, leather, vetiver, carrot seeds, geranium, orris root, cypress, and grapefruit. I haven't really clicked too much with this collection. I like the colognes a lot more. I bought both of them, and I bought one of the regular collection fragrances. I think it was the Cannabis Patchouli, which I like. The second one here in the new collection, new launch, is Crazy Basil, created by Jean-Christophe. It's amber, cedar, basil, bergamot, lavender, rosemary, geranium, mandarin, hinoki, musk. Crazy Basil, I like the name. Originally when I looked at it first, I thought it was a different name, but then I like the idea of Crazy Basil. What are your thoughts? So I didn't write down the name of the third fragrance I'm talking about, Vanille Camouflage. I forgot the name of the perfumer. I don't think she was very well known. I think it was a she. It's bourbon and Tahitian vanilla, amberwood, benzoin, mastic resin, sandalwood, ylang ylang, galbanum, cypress, and fig. The vanilla sounds really good. I like to get my nose on it. And then the next one also sounds really great, Chamomile Satin. It's a co-creation with Julien Rasquinet and Paul Guerlain. So Julien must have created this fragrance before he left IFF to go work at CPL Aromas, because Paul Guerlain works for IFF and he's the younger perfumer, part of the Guerlain family. So the Julien Rasquinet, when I started working with him on the 54, it was actually in September when I started working with him, but initially we were going to start in May. So this Chamomile Satin must have been way before that. But it's galbanum, musk, vanilla, Turkish rose, lavender, orange blossom, petitgrain, and chamomile. Sounds very interesting, doesn't it? I'm actually really liking Paul Guerlain's creations. One of his fragrances I like for Maison Crivelli is the Neroli Nasimba, and he's also done from Reine de Saba, one for Reine de Saba. So he's kind of, I think, somebody we need to keep an eye on, because he seems to be doing some good work. The next fragrance by KILIAN's Angels Share Paradis. So they're doing a flanker of Angels Share. This is woodsy notes, fruity notes, and cognac. This is all the info I was able to get. Different bottle, a bit more woody looking bottle. I like the look of their bottles in these kind of like cocktail inspired bottles, but I kind of don't like the plastic on top. The cap actually ends up looking cheap. So is the wood going to be better? I'd like to hold it and see. But I'm a boozy lover, so I'm curious to get my nose on this one. If any of you have gotten any noses on any of these fragrances, do put a comment down below and let us know what you think about them. And then, of course, Hermes has a new feminine fragrance called Barenia. It's Akigala wood, bergamot, miracle berries, oak wood, white ginger lily. I like the bottle. What do you guys think? Let me know. Put a comment down below so I can find out. I'd like to get my nose on it. But by the time I'm in Europe, I hopefully can get my nose on these fragrances and sample them and let you guys know about some of these fragrances. So I guess Mancera found it to be very successful launching Tonka Cola, which features cherries. Now they're launching another fragrance basically called Cherry Cherry. Such a boring name. I'm not sure about this name, but Cherry Cherry. Okay, I guess we get the point. It's a cherry focused fragrance. You know, patchouli, black cherries, heliotrope, orris root, vanilla, white musk, jasmine, bergamot, lemons. What are black cherries? Cherries are one of my favorite fruits. I've never seen black cherries. Does it mean like dried cherries or something? Let me know. Put a comment down below. I'm curious to get my nose on it. I love Tonka Cola, so let's see what they do with this. The fact that it also has patchouli, I'm going to put my nose on it. Next, it's Byredo's Desert Dawn. You guys familiar with Desert Dawn? It's been announced for a while. I'm just reporting on it. I'm always curious to get my nose on Byredo fragrances. I've been a bit underwhelmed with their fragrances lately. I'm a bit bored of the brand in general, but they are very hyped. Sandalwood, silk, papyrus, musk, carrot seeds, vetiver, cedar, cardamom, rose. When I was visiting Tokyo, the store, Dover Street Market, there was a big Byredo section there. So it's a very hyped brand, I think, but I'm a bit underwhelmed with the brand lately. Hopefully Desert Dawn is going to be nice. But Dolce & Gabbana is launching an intense version of Devotion. It's EDP Intense. It's vanilla, orange blossom, and hazelnuts. I think the first version was kind of lemony, right? To me, it reminded me of Olivia Cresp's Bake. So this is going into more of a nutty, orange blossomy direction. Is it going to smell like Love Don't Be Shy, vanilla, orange blossom? We'll have to get my nose on it. But this next fragrance, I'm so curious to get a bottle just for the bottle. I don't even know how it's going to smell, but it's probably one of the best bottles I've seen for a long time. It's a Trussardi fragrance for men called Primo, and the notes include lava, maple syrup, mineral notes, pimento, sandalwood, patchouli, bourbon geranium, tonka beans, cedarwood, grapefruit. The notes breakdown is giving me Fahrenheit vibes. Remember when I first smelled Fahrenheit back in 1988, I thought that thing was so spicy and intense, and the whole fire theme was really realistic at that time. It has gotten way watered down now. This Primo is giving me Fahrenheit vibes, so I'm definitely interested in getting my nose on it. I'll be going to Italy, so I hope I can get my nose on this and it'll be launched by the time I'm there, because I'm just going to buy one just for the bottle, because the bottle looks amazing. What do you guys think of the bottle? I know some of you might not like it, but I absolutely love the bottle. Since I'm a collector, I definitely want a bottle of Primo. Let me know if your thoughts on it. Let me know if you've sampled it already. So Givenchy has 2 men's fragrances, 2 Pour Hommes launching very soon. Have they given up on the Givenchy Gentleman series? So it's Pour Homme 2024, featuring notes of cedarwood, davana, and cardamom. And then Pour Homme Blue Label 2024, davana, Sichuan pepper, and incense. I don't know what they're doing with their fragrances, but I love the original Givenchy Pour Homme, man. But this ain't gonna smell like the original. That fragrance is so old school and animalic and leathery and patchouli forward. This doesn't sound like anything like that. This to me sounds like Dior Homme making Dior Homme 2020 into a very safe, woody, fresh direction. What are your thoughts? And then the Pour Homme Blue Label, Davana, Sichuan pepper, incense. We'll see. Both of the fragrances features davana. I love davana in fragrances. They do create a kind of a green booziness. So I'm kind of curious to get my nose on these. And then it's Maison Cier's Perfect Oud Extrait. Oud and frankincense, vanilla, rum, rose oxide, Nootka cypress, cardamom, and bergamot. What do you guys think of this? Are you a fan of the original Perfect Oud? I liked Perfect Oud. It wasn't my all-time favorite from Maison Cier. My favorite fragrance from Maison Cier is For Your Love. Absolutely love it. Perfect Oud was okay. So hopefully the Extrait is going to be much better. And I'm definitely interested in getting my nose on this release. And hopefully I'll be able to sample it somewhere along the way in my travels. Maybe I can meet the brand while I'm at TFWA. Who knows? But let me know if you're a fan of Maison Cier. Let me know what are your favorite fragrances from this house. Put a comment down below. And let's move on to the next fragrances, I should say. So Guerlain is moving their Orient collection that feature Bois Mysterio, the Musk Noble, the Queer Intense, the Patchouli Ardent, into an Aqua Allegoria collection. These are called Absolute Allegoria, but the bottles look like the Aqua Allegoria bottles. And then they're also launching Rosa Mira. I believe Rosa Mira had launched. I had reported on it before, but Rosa Mira is now, I guess it was an exclusive. I think it was exclusive to the Middle East, but now it's coming everywhere. And some of the fragrances have been discontinued. Of course, Bois Mysterio got discontinued some time ago. And now we have Rosa Mira, Queer Intense, Épice Exquise, Patchouli Ardent, Oud Essential, and Santal Royal. So I just feel like Guerlain can't make up their mind with their freaking bottles. What the heck? How many times do they have to change bottles of their fragrances? Is it just somebody has a lot of time on their hands? They're like, okay, change the bottles again, change the bottles again, change the bottles again. I kind of like the bottles they were in. So now we're moving them into the Allegoria bottles. I like the fact that they were, not clear bottles and the perfume and the juice was hidden. But now they're revealing the juice, I think, from what I remember seeing in the photos. But let me know your thoughts on this redo of the bottles of the Oriental collection, or the Middle East collection, I should say. And what do you guys think of this Absolute Allegoria redo of the fragrances that are moved from the other collection to this? Do let me know. Put a comment down below. And I think that's pretty much it for today's video. And again, guys, hopefully this is selling now, 54 from JUSBOX at Harrods. I will do more info on it very soon. And as soon as I have info on the launch of this fragrance in the States, I personally think it's not going to launch until October. And there will be some dates in November for some events at different perfume shops, including ZGO Perfumery here, because that's who sells JUSBOX fragrances. There will be one more West Coast store, I believe, and I don't know who it is or where it is yet. We'll reveal it to you guys. And I believe there's going to be a few East Coast events as well. So as soon as I find out about all this info, I will let you know. And again, if you guys are in London on the 29th, there is still some spaces left for the 3 to 4 p.m. meet and greet and the premiere and the launch of this 54 at Harrods. Now, if you guys are in London, I hope you guys can book that session and come and meet me and Julianne and also the founders of JUSBOX Fragrances. But also, I believe Harrods has a bottle behind the counter. You can always ask them to smell the fragrance, because I don't know what's going on, and hopefully soon they'll put the fragrance up if it hasn't already made it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. Alrighty, I was thinking if I should report on these or not, but since Ariana Grande's Cloud is such a popular fragrance, I'm going to report on these fragrances from her. It's a Love Notes collection, that's what it's called. There's 4 fragrances, I believe. Is it 4 or 5? I think I saw 4. The bottles look like Zara bottles to me. They don't look like the most luxury, but then again, these are not very expensive. But the 4 fragrances include Vanilla Suede, Pressed Petals, Pink Woods, Angel's Kiss. And the Vanilla Suede features notes of vanilla, musk, rice milk, sandalwood, and bergamot. Thoughts on the sound of these fragrances? Are you a fan of Cloud? Cloud is the only one I know from this house, but you know, they're celebrity fragrances, obviously. Pressed Petals features notes of jasmine, amber, marshmallow, sandalwood, raspberry, violet leaves, bergamot, and lemons. And then we have Pink Woods, cashmere wood, cotton candy, tonka beans, vetiver, tea, jasmine, bergamot, and lotus flower. Finally, Angel's Kiss. It's ambergris, blonde woods, vanilla, musk, rose, coconut, raspberry, rosewater. All the fragrances seem like they are leaning feminine, but I'd like to get my nose on them to see who or what they've done with them. I also want to find out who created these fragrances, so hopefully they'll reveal the perfumers sometime in the near future. They do look like budget fragrances for sure, just from the bottles, so I feel like they didn't have a lot of budget to put into the bottles themselves, so you can tell. But what are your thoughts on these fragrances? Let me know if you're a fan of the fragrances of Ariana Grande. Put a comment down below, and thanks so much for watching today, and see you guys soon. Bye-bye.